Hello, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome to the show. As always, I'm Joshua Hadley, on top of the world, joined by the man of the hour, the man of power, to speak to sorry, the woman spent the words, we're done, and you still know it's coming yet.
You started off a little slow compared to usual, but then once you kicked into the man of the hour bit, you got right back to it, right back to the
Oh,
usual speed.
I get excited that you're
Mm.
here.
Yeah, you really enjoy the man of the hour being here.
Justin Belanger, Gopher, Lord Justin
Lord Justin
Belanger
Belanger, yeah, of the
of the
Principality of Sealand.
Principality. Yeah, absolutely.
Got the flag right here on my desk.
Hell yeah. Finally. Very sad week for Kotzebue. We got the news yesterday that um the what's his face Thomas was found. Two high school kids were running. When I say running, I mean they're moving drugs and either drugs and or alcohol to no attack. They were taking the long route, which was well, I I thought it was pretty strange. I thought they got stoned and lost, but there is a trail that goes that way. I don't know if they went south of Kotzebue when their final destination is north first to avoid police and troopers. I don't know. I'm only guessing because when they found the snow machine, there was a bunch of meth on it. Yeah, so these two high schoolers, they took a snow machine. I believe they might have smoked meth. That's as far as I know. That's a rumor. It could be true, couldn't be true. Don't quote me. They go take the long trail to no attack. So first they're sort of going towards Buckland and Deering, and I don't know if they were high or it was so stormy out at one point when they're out. I think I don't know what exactly happened to where they get stuck or they break down and they're out there for a couple of days and it's like the coldest day of the year. They're out there in a blizzard. The wind was blowing when it was -25. The first kid who was found, they had to amputate something in the arm or whatever. I can't remember what. Maybe one of his legs. And it was like the other kid who they found just yesterday. By this record, the time we record 2 days ago. By the time the episode comes out, they found his body. He was out there for 8 days. It was so cold. Yeah, there's no way.
Mm. I was starting this one off cheery.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Wasn't there like some basketball thing yesterday over there?
Yeah, I think. See, I decided to go to a basketball game. As we all know, your kitty has been picked up by the police.
Yeah, it's true. He has.
Yeah, he's been picked up. He's on the inside, so if you're in there with him, give him a
Shank.
shout out. Make sure he drops the soap, and then pretend you're gonna rape him, and then when it doesn't happen, you can laugh at him.
Nah. Be like, oh, I'm gonna get you. Nah. You thought though.
Yeah, he thought. Um. Yeah, he's where he belongs.
Well,
You know.
they don't call him fucked up Foster for nothing.
If you could look. I found out. My parents told me you could look up his name on Alaska courthouse. This is a dictionary, and it'll show you what he did, and looks like he missed some hearings. So,
But like,
I guess
what did he do to that caused the hearings in the first place?
the claim is assault,
Mm.
and the hearings happened. He didn't show up, so I think he broke probation because he was bailed out,
Mm.
and they. What else? there was assault charges, and one of the charges was breaking probation. And I think he would be free right now if he just made all the hearings. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works.
Hmm.
Um, because I saw there might have been a chance for bail, but it's not there. So it's probably happened because they don't trust him to be out and about.
Yeah, that's it is Chris Foster we're talking about here.
Yeah, it is Kitty. Anyway, a game happened. See, there was a couple games like Gnome played one of the other villages around here, but I was at work. I went at night. I did some shoveling because it's snowing here. It's
No,
gonna snow
no,
till Saturday.
no snow here yet. I've seen everybody in the Discord saying they've got snow already. Ian, Jeff, TJ. I think Brandon had some snow in Baltimore. None here yet in Texas this year.
Man, well, you guys can't handle snow every time.
Yeah.
There's like an inch, like the whole state's got shut down. You lose power. You guys can't handle it. Anyway, yeah, there was a basketball game. Uh, I watched the tail end of the girls' game between the Kotzebue Huskies and the Buckland Shoshone, and it was pretty like. I got there. The ticket price was $5. I went to the concessions. Went toward the tail end of that game, and there was a lot of excitement because the score was close. Kotzebue Huskies and Buckland Shoshone had about 50 points each. I got kind of ticked off at the concessions because when I got to the front of the line, they wouldn't take my cash.
They wouldn't take your cash. Why wouldn't they take your cash?
So they got Husky Bucks, which you have to go to another table to get. It's like it reminds me of like a Shenmue. When you to get money, you had to first win a prize, then go to a table to sell it, or
That's
you got to get tokens.
so weird. Like for concessions, like, you have to go and get Husky Bucks instead of just. But then I assume you buy Husky Bucks with money, with actual money.
Yeah.
So why is that a thing in the first place? Just cut the middleman out.
I think maybe it's because everyone doing like they had an adult handling the Husky Bucks, and then they don't feel as bad as when the children handle because all the high school kids were doing the concessions. Kids weren't handling the cash, I guess. But it did tick me off, but I didn't make a big stink about it because the line at that point wasn't long, so I went there, saw my friend Isaac Peacock for a minute, sold me the Husky Bucks. I went back to the concessions, and I think I was in line for not even a minute before I was back in front. So whatever. It is annoying that I end up spending $10 on Husky Bucks, and like I bought $5. End up buying $5 worth of stuff. I might go back tonight.
What concessions did you get?
I got popcorn and a slushy. I didn't want to have a Coke or anything. I didn't want any caffeine that
No
late.
caffeine.
And I got to the tail end of the game between the Husky girls and the Buckland Shoshone girls, and Kotzebue won by a couple points. Really exciting ending there. I don't know if the whole game was exciting, but then the Husky boys and the Shoshone boys played, and the game wasn't close at all. It seemed like the whole time Kotzebue was ahead, almost almost twice as much as the points. Like at the end, Kotzebue Huskies had 81 or something like that, and Buckland Shoshone had 49. Yeah, they got blown out.
Kotzebue Huskies out here doing business.
Yep. Yeah, I had fun with watching the game go. I might go tonight, yesterday night for people who are watching or listening to the show on Saturday.
Friday night.
But Yeah, but definitely not gonna go Saturday because there's gonna be a lot of shoveling to do. It's gonna stop snowing on
Mm,
Saturday, and I do have to get out of yard, and that takes me about like an hour to
mm,
do
mm,
everything. And also, this is the Royal Rumble,
yeah.
and
And there's also something big happening on Gopher and Tuck on Saturday.
while we get into that, it's we're at that time. Why don't you give us some Gopher and Tucker updates? Why
Yeah.
don't you talk for a while?
Like, for instance, on Saturday, this Saturday, today, as of this podcast coming out, marks the return, the grand return of
All right.
Minkaro to Gopher and Tuck. He will be joining
He,
us on stream to play WWE 2K22, which is fitting because the Royal Rumble is going to be tonight as well. So, we'll have
yeah,
Mink on with us.
he just showed up in the Discord server. Do you know what happened? Like I talked to him a little bit. He said he bought a new home. He was very happy with it.
Yeah. He
Yeah, he
said
just showed. Yeah,
he
go
said he
ahead.
couldn't really go into the details of why he was gone, but everything seems fine now. He seems like he's in a good place, and he's back with us finally. He's in there, he's chatting. He'll be joining us again on stream at about probably 2:30, 3:30, somewhere around that time, PM Central Time, to play some WWE 2K22 with myself and Brandon. Um, Ahead of the Royal Rumble happening later in the night. And yeah, I'm glad he's back. I missed my pal. Um, been almost 2 years since Mink was here. But he's back. He got a Twitter account again. He set up a new Twitter account, a new Instagram. You can go follow him on all those places. Uh, and yeah, the old pal's back.
Yeah, yeah. See. Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's probably too soon to ask if Mink Monday will return. But well, I imagine it'll be the discussion. Depends on how busy he is.
Yeah, I'm
It's
kind
really
of.
cool to see him back.
I haven't really been sure if I should bring it up or not, because I don't know
No,
if
yeah,
he's
I think you
interested in
should
it or
wait.
doing it or not. So, um, but
We should get him on the podcast though.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Ian did say
Sometime.
like he was waiting for you to ask Mink to be on the podcast. I'd be down for that. Get Mink on here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a computer currently, so that's one thing. Although when he was doing Mink Monday before, he used his phone to record his audio anyway, so he could do that for the podcast if he were to come on. Um, or we could do the Zoom call thing. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so he'll be coming back. As for elsewise on Gopher and Tuck, Brandon has not got a PS5 yet. He was supposed to, but he got fucked over by Kmart. Um,
Damn it, Kmart.
Essentially, like he accidentally put in an order for a PS4 instead of a PS5, and then he quickly like got it canceled and everything. Um, but then apparently it could take up to, I think it said, 8 days for him to get the money back from canceling that. Um,
Oh
so
damn.
yeah, so we're still waiting on that. So at the latest, he should be getting a PS5 by Wednesday, which means we should be able to do the Returnal stream we were gonna do last week on Thursday. Instead of doing Returnal, we did a Halo stream with Ian. Um, but hopefully we could do the co-op Returnal stream on Thursday. Our WWE 2K22 plans are unaffected because the version of the game we'll be playing is the PS4 version, since that's the one that's on PlayStation Plus. So it doesn't matter that Mink and I will be playing on PS5 and Brandon will be on PS4. As for the YouTube side of things, we're still doing High on Life despite the Justin Roiland situation. We're still doing that though, seeing that game to completion. Pokemon Sun continuing every Monday for Pokemon Sun, every Friday for High on Life. We did a one-off of Police Simulator that went up this week on Wednesday. This past week. It was supposed to be Mortal Shell, but then there were fucking problems recording that. So, it was supposed to be Brandon playing Mortal Shell. There was problems recording that. Instead, it's Brandon playing a game called Police Academy, and that went up. I had to fix something, and like after I went up on YouTube, for some reason there was like a whole minute of just nothing, just like a black screen. I don't know exactly what the fuck, how I fucked that up, but I was able to edit that on like with YouTube's built-in editor, so that's taken care of. And this upcoming Wednesday, we'll start uploading Little Nightmares, as per our caged friend Chris Foster's request. So that'll start then. And that, the first session was already recorded. However, the second session will be recorded with my new Elgato, which is capable of 4K recording. So we might be getting Little Nightmares in 4K after the first session. So like probably episode 4 or so. Get the debut of 4K Little Nightmares. And that stuff's happening. Again, there's the best of bad games video is on the channel. That's up. That's there. So you watch a compilation of me playing horrible games, but not Shenmue 3, because that's gonna get its own compilation. But back in 1995, featured heavily. And that's all happening and all the such.
I watched that video and it made me want to I decided after that I rewatched your Garfield cart video. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
What a great game.
It's fucking bullshit, man. I should have been second place in that race. Everybody heard Brand. You saw me cross the finish line, say that the race is done for me, and then you hear Brandon 2 seconds later, hey, I finished, and yet I got last place. Makes no sense. It's fuck shit. Also, we rated somebody the other day. We rated somebody playing Garfield Kart, and apparently, there's another Garfield Kart game. That wasn't the only one.
There's a new one.
Yeah, that was what he was playing. It was Garfield Kart and then some subtitle. So there's a fucking
furry racing.
Yeah, some shit like that. It's the fucking Mad Lads made a second one. These fuckers.
And it's not much of an improvement. Too.
Oh gee, what a surprise.
And I was watching Call Me Kevin's video on the thing too, and someone put 500 hours into the game on Steam, and just imagine playing that all the time like that.
Excuse me, not a good concept for me there.
It is the cheap version of Mario Kart. So if you only had a couple bucks on your hand and you really wanted to play Mario Kart, you could play a shitty version of that.
I feel like there are better shitty versions of Mario Kart out there than Garfield Kart. There's so many Mario Kart clones, but some have to be better than Garfield Kart.
Yeah.
There
has to be better alternatives at the same price point.
Yeah. Now, so we're still gonna be doing this despite your situation. 10% off on W Energy. Use promo code.
I was gonna say.
I'll say it because I posted on Twitter about it as well. I mean, little joke there. Maybe don't buy the bottles from W Energy.
Here's the thing. The bottles are cheap. If you treat the bottle like a glass, it should be fine. But I was at work and I dropped my Dubby bottle onto the floor, and all my Dubby water spilled onto the floor at work, and I was so upset.
Yeah, cracked the bottom. Oh, was it the bottom or the top?
The bottom. So I was holding it, and it fell out of my hand, and it impacted the bottom of the bottle, and the bottom blew out, and all the water poured out of the bottom. Yeah. Although I'm keeping the little metal ball. That's cool.
What is it exactly? What is it made of? I thought it would be plastic.
It is plastic. It's pretty cheap though. I actually decided to grab my other water bottle and throw it out of the ground. It's much thicker stuff, higher quality stuff. Probably more expensive, but I feel if you're a very active person like I am, you want a stronger water bottle. What they have is great if you're just gaming and you're hanging out at the house.
That said, the powder itself, right? That's still good, right?
Well, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it, and it was all gone.
Yeah. So get 10% off using the promo code GopherTalk or click the link in the description. And if you're not somebody super active and not gonna be throwing your
No, no,
bottle
no.
around or risking dropping it, then you can get that. Otherwise, you just stick to the powder. Powder's good.
Yeah, I'm still drinking the Big Energy Tears, and I really enjoy it. I'll have more today. I just gotta find a different
Yeah.
bottle to use. This all.
It is called W Energy, not W Energy Cup. That's not the name of the brand.
We'll write him a letter, and we'll
Yeah.
see. Thankfully, it wasn't my limited time anime girl cup where
Yeah.
I would have been just devastated. That would like been the end of me if I
Yeah.
broke that.
True.
Anyway, yeah, that happened. Still drinking Dubby. Gopher Tuck discount code or follow the link in the description. Um, Fire Emblem. I'm gonna get it next week. We're gonna record our next episode Sunday right after the Rumble. So
Yeah.
my schedule is it's just I'm gonna do it every night. I can. If something comes up, I won't do it. I'm not gonna compete with Gopher. So what I'm gonna do is every evening on my Discord and Gopher's Discord, I'm gonna share my plans. If you want to watch me and hang out, just join the Club Kotzebue server. But if you're in the Gopher and Tuck server, I'll let you know. But the perk to being in the Club Kotzebue server is if you want to jump into a Discord call with me while I'm streaming, just ask for permission to do that, and I will give it to you. I just don't want any random yoho coming on
Yeah.
my Twitch stream and
Yeah.
getting me banned.
I did once or twice hop in while Moose was streaming, came to say hi
Hey,
on the great Joshua Hadley stream. But yeah, he'll be playing the old Colgate Chan game.
Colgate
Uh,
Chan.
play some of that action. He'll be streaming. See, if you're doing it on evenings, even with evenings in your time. Well, actually, no, evenings at your time zone is even later for us. That's usually we're not streaming at that point. Then we do
Yeah,
we do on
it's pretty late for Gopher.
we do on occasion do night streams, but it's like a pretty like maybe once or twice a month thing. Whereas our normal streams are earlier in the day, so it shouldn't really be conflicting.
Yeah, so check for updates. I also post on to Twitter and Facebook if you I'm not gonna friend random people on Facebook, but if anyone could follow me on Twitter and
Yeah.
choose Shoso
Yes.
at Iglook EGLOOK. It's pretty easy, and even better yet is joining the Discord servers and getting the updates.
The updates on the Discord servers.
Yeah, join Gophers. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got Mink back in there now after all these years.
Yeah, and let's see. All right, I think we're gonna talk a lot of pro wrestling on the next episode.
Yeah, we'll
but
be
I do
going
want to
over
bring
Royal
up.
Rumble.
I do want to bring up a couple things. Raw is now 30 years old. It's XXX, and
Yeah, it had their Raw porno celebration.
yeah. What did the Godfather do? Was he allowed to have hoes? Like I know he was on the show.
I didn't watch, so I don't know what he did.
Yeah, so
He probably had
Undertaker was there.
I did.
And
I saw a clip of that. Like he did like a sort of passing the torch thing, I guess, to Bray Wyatt. He did the biker gimmick.
Yeah, which I think disappointed a lot of people.
He looked very weird, clean shaven for the biker gimmick. Very strange. Because I always enjoyed the biker gimmick, but he should not be clean shaven. And he's like fucking what, like 50 something now.
Yeah.
It looked, but
Yeah. He
pass
came
the
out
torch
and
to
attacked
Bray.
Eli Drake
Yeah.
in a terrible segment. More Bray Wyatt bullshit. Hate him.
I enjoy me some Bray Wyatt.
And let's see, DX reunited, and they made Imperium look like crap. Typical DX shit. if anyone ever talks shit about the Young Bucks and not putting anyone over, the Generation X, like everyone in that group is 60 years old, and they like they they made jokes to Imperium, and like Imperium never got any sort of comeuppance or like got to talk shit back. It was like a parody. They did a parody. It's like WWE is like a parody of pro wrestling. This or what? At least the segment was. They said. Triple H made the joke. Man, if only we had someone to fight you guys. And Tyler Black comes out, and then the Private Party dudes come out. The Street Profits, and then thankfully you and I weren't here. Otherwise, I might have murdered you on accident. Teddy Long comes out, makes the match. Then Kurt Angle just randomly has a referee shirt.
Yeah, just suddenly fucking. I heard about suddenly fucking DX Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Oh,
no reason. Kurt just has a referee shirt under his normal shirt. Just
that's just how he lives his life. He just always got to have that referee shirt on just in case.
I don't know why. It's not like what was he gonna referee like LA Knight versus the Brooklyn Brawler?
Maybe
if he needed to.
He has to be ready for that just in case. Oh wow! Looking at the sorry, this is completely random, but I'm looking at the that wavelengths or whatever the fuck it's called for the audio for this recording, and the thing I just said there on the wavelengths looks like a butt plug.
Hell yeah!
So yeah.
And so I think for the next show we are saving the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we did a preview last week, so
yeah, we did a preview last week, and I feel like I want to watch. I just saw posted yesterday, 2 days ago. By the time this is up, the Jay Briscoe celebration of life deal that was taped a while back, like I think a week ago. I want to watch that. It's 3 hours long, and it's a whole bunch of videos of Jay Briscoe, I assume, and matches that happened at that show.
We had Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal on Dynamite. They were allowed to do that to tribute Jay, as well as having a video package for him. Tony Khan fought to force TBS to allow that to happen.
Yeah, and thankfully that happened because I was ready to boycott not Turner Broadcasting.
Yeah,
what's the parent company? Warner Discovery?
Warner some shit or other. Yeah.
And Oscar seasons. And talking about watching stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish talking pro wrestling with Ian. I'm sure he wants to talk about the Briscoe brothers, these shows as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave that to the next episode if you guys want to hear any more about pro wrestling.
Yeah, it's gonna be all pretty much exclusively pro wrestling next week.
Yeah, so if you want more pro wrestling, tune in next week. If you feel like comparing what we're talking about, watch any of these shows. I think they're worth watching.
And also,
Dynamite,
if you didn't listen to it last year, you can go back and listen to the Royal Rumble episode we did with Ian a year ago to sort of get an idea of what to expect next week.
Yeah. We're gonna have Ian on next week's episode. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Dynamite, the Royal Rumble, and maybe I'm watching it. I'll talk about it. The Jay Briscoe Celebration of Life show that's posted on Ring of Honor's YouTube page and also on our club.
But yeah, Oscars. The nominees for Best Picture have come out, and like last year, we're gonna be watching them all and talking about them. Come Oscar time. I watched
something
them all
else I
last
need
year.
to do this weekend, so I can't go to all the ball games.
I don't remember which ones you didn't watch, but there were a couple you didn't get to.
It was the one that actually won. The one.
Yeah, Coda. You didn't
won
watch
the award. Coda.
There was a couple you didn't watch, but Coda was.
I think it was 2 or 3 that I missed. I didn't have Apple TV, so I couldn't watch Coda.
I have already watched 3 of them. Just like I actually just watched one like right before the podcast. I watched the Elvis film, and I watched Top Gun Maverick and what the fuck's the Banshees of Inisherin or whatever it's called. So I've watched those 3 so far. I have 7 more to go. I did not.
I,
I never saw the original Top
you
Gun, and I didn't want to watch
you
it.
haven't watched Everywhere. What's the name of that film?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I have not watched that
that's
yet.
That's a great movie.
That's
that'd be up your alley. I think.
Well, that's
one.
Yeah, that's one I've been wanting to watch for a while now, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I figured since that's one I'm so excited to see, I'm gonna save that for last, or at least last of the ones I can currently watch, because 2 of the movies aren't even out yet on like DVD or anything. Or
if Avatar isn't out by the time we do our show on this, like the Oscars, the award ceremony is in March, so we have all February.
There's also Women Talking. I think it's either Women Talking or Triangle of Sadness. One of those 2 is still in theaters. And then The Fablemans, and then whichever.
Oh, and Avatar: Way of the Water.
Yeah, Avatar, and then either Triangle of Sadness or Woman Talking. One of those 2, along with Avatar, still in theaters. And then the one of Triangle of Sadness or Woman Talking that isn't in theaters, that one and The Fablemans are available, but they're available for you have to rent them on Amazon for money, and but some of them, however, I watched Elvis and Top Gun Maverick? No. Elvis and the Banshee of Inisherin, whatever that's called. Those 2 I think were on HBO Max, and then I watched the other one, Top Gun, on Paramount Plus. And then All Quiet on the Western Front is on Netflix. Everything Everywhere All at Once is also on Paramount Plus, and Tar is gonna be on Peacock in a couple days, I think.
Oh, huh. Oh, yeah. Nice.
So yeah, but hopefully we'll be able to get all of them watched. I think Avatar and the other one are gonna be available at home, but because it's still 5 or 6 weeks from now, I think.
Yeah.
So still time, but yeah, I already got 3 of them watched.
See, so the ceremony is on the 12th. The podcast comes out on Saturday. Just to let everyone know, we don't script this. We just do this on the fly. So that's a Sunday, the 12th. So how do you feel about doing our Oscars?
I would say we do it right before the Oscars.
Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah,
so that we get our picks, and we're not.
Yeah, we don't coast off biased. Of who actually won. Yeah. So it'll be March 11th when our Oscars episode comes out. So we have until then to watch.
And if we have any moments maybe Colin Farrell will wrestle Jamie Lee Curtis on the stage. Who knows if something as wild as
Chris Rock
slapping Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Who knows if something wild will happen?
It's been almost a year since that. Wow.
Yeah. 10 months.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's sort of a short episode today. Got a late start. I didn't even wake up till 7:00 when we normally start recording.
Meanwhile, I woke up at 5 in my time, so it was maybe 2:00 for you when I woke up.
Actually, I was awake during that time. That's part of the problem.
I had to wake up that early because I got my Amazon Prime grocery delivery today, and the earlier you get it, the more likely you are to actually have everything you ordered, which I did have everything I ordered. But I wanted to get it because they do 2-hour time slots. I wanted to get it in the 7 to 9 time slot. Because I couldn't get it in the 9 to 11 time slot because we record at 10 in my time, so if it didn't get here by then, it would be interrupting the podcast. But for some reason, they just didn't have the 7 to 9 slot available, so I had to go the 5 to 7 slot. So I had to get up at 5 in the fucking morning. Ugh. But they had all my stuff, so that's good.
That's good. Anyway, I got a new game for Gopher. Gordon Solis Championship Wrestling Trivia.
Yes, you do.
Includes 1,200 trivia questions for fans of all ages.
Ages.
We know Gopher's a huge wrestling fanatic, so he probably knows the answers before I even ask the questions.
Yeah, but just when I think I got the right answer, you changed the question.
All right, so
Mr. Roddy
just
Piper.
each of these cards have 4 questions, so I'm gonna read off 2 of the cards, and
Okay, so 8
just kind of
questions.
like TCM, we end up getting 8 questions, which I think is kind of nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, there's several different categories. I forgot to look if there's what they mean, but in the H one, the first question: which 7-time NAA World Heavyweight Champion joined with Roger Kirby to win the Florida Tag Team title in 1975?
The Say all of that again?
What 7-time NAA World Heavyweight Champion joined with Roger Kirby to win the Florida Tag Team title in 1975?
So that's the title that Tyrus has now, right?
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Can I get a hint?
This guy was the first king. Um, well, he was the second King of the Ring winner in WWF. He see, what else could I say without giving it away? Um, yeah, second King of the Ring winner was King of Wrestling in WWF. Wrestled the Junkyard Dog at WrestleMania 3.
Hmm. Second King of the Ring. He wrestled the Junkyard Dog. What was the other one?
That was the 2 I came up with.
Oh, well, there we go. And he was a 7-time NWA champion.
Yeah. Wrestled your favorite wrestler, Tommy Rich.
I mean, I have heard of Tommy Rich a lot lately.
Yeah. Wildfire. He trained. Let's see. How about this? He trained No, I'm sorry, Nick Aldis. He trained Trevor Murdoch. Um,
Those are some classic NWA names for the current generation.
I remember about Kenny Omega. He said He said Kenny Omega had happy feet. So then after that, Kenny Omega hates him now.
Okay. I'm trying to think of people who have had that title a bunch of times. Harley Race?
He pretends not to know wrestling and he gets the answer. Who else, who off the street will got that? Who?
Well, it's fucking gotta have some knowledge of wrestling. I'm just thinking of people who had the fucking title a lot.
Second question, the G category.
Oh no, I don't know what that means.
In the Russian sickle or camel clutch, what muscles are affected primarily?
Dog, I don't know what the fuck muscles are called. Lower back muscles? I don't...
No, the neck and the abdominal muscles.
Huh. Yeah, I
Come
guess
on,
that
you
makes
got.
sense.
Wow. 80s category.
Well, at least
Which
that one's
wrestler?
easy to fucking understand.
Which wrestler won the U.S. Heavyweight title from Wahoo McDaniel on March 23rd, 1985, in a cage match?
Give me a hint.
His career was ended because he had a car crash. A lot of people thought he'd defeat Ric Flair for the NAA World Heavyweight title. He got his name from a TV show that was very big because he looked like one of the characters from the show. Um, see, remember he had that famous
Oh,
I Quit match. Tully.
fucking, it's the mustache, Magnum TA.
Magnum Tully Allen, Magnum
That's it.
TA.
Magnum PI was the show.
Yeah. His name's.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Terry Allen. That's why he's Magnum TA.
yeah.
See, you got 2 right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Complete. Alright, so this is the fuck category, which I think is amply named.
Wait, what's the category called?
The fuck?
There's a fuck
TF?
category?
Yeah, TF.
Oh, the TF category, okay.
Complete the soleism, a pure blank brawl.
Complete what?
Complete the soleism, so it's something like Gordon Soley would say was on commentary. Complete the soleism, a pure blank brawl. What would be in the blank?
Sounds from a pure six
So
brawl.
yeah, you got it.
I
See,
know that sounded familiar.
I wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have got that. See, he knows more wrestling than me.
I didn't even know that was a wrestling thing. That's just like a thing that I've heard.
Well, because you're a wrestling fan. You know, here you are pretending like, oh, a 3 count. Like, yeah, everyone would know that. No, it's not true.
Okay, all right.
All right. For the here's the second card for the H category. 2 tag teams use the name Kangaroos. Name them.
Like name the people that are in the 2 tag teams.
No, name the 2 different teams that use the name Kangaroos. One of them, I believe, had one of the guys that ended up being in the Sheep Herders, which ended up becoming the Bushwhackers. What's his name? Like Sir Jonathan Boyd, I think.
Wait, so I'm doing the name of the teams, but the teams aren't just called the Kangaroos?
They have they're the blank Kangaroos.
Oh, the blank Kangaroos. Okay, and what's the hint?
Jonathan Boyd was in one of them. You remember he was in the Sheep Herders, and then he was a part of the Bushwhackers, but the Sheep Herders then became the Bushwhackers in WWE.
I know of the Bushwhackers. I don't know about any Kangaroos. The Blimey Kangaroos. That's one of them.
The Fabulous Kangaroos and the Royal Kangaroos.
Oh, hey, I was supposed to get 2 guesses, sir, because there was 2 of them. I could have got one.
Oh, well,
right.
you already fucked it up.
Oh,
Too late.
For
the G category.
All right.
In the NAA, who determines ratings? So the ratings are like who's the top contender for the NAA World Heavyweight title?
Wait, what?
In the NAA, who determines ratings?
I'm not entirely certain on what exactly is being asked here.
So in the National Wrestling Alliance, who decides who's like the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight title?
Oh, okay. Like the general manager?
Not quite.
Am I like saying a specific person or like a role?
I'm just gonna give you the answer. A 2/3 vote of the NAA Board of Directors.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Well.
All right. Well, we still could get like a majority 80s category.
Okay.
Which popular WWF wrestler appeared in the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Predator?
Oh fuck. I know this. Jesse Ventura?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, here we go.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
See, and finally, from the fuck category,
good old TF.
Oxbaker is the brother. Well, true or false?
Okay.
Oxbaker is the brother of former televised. No, I'm sorry. Oxbaker, the fabulous Oxbaker,
okay,
is the brother of former televangelist Jim Baker, but chose to spell his name Baker due to religious differences.
So it was true or false?
Yeah.
And it's about those 2 being brothers.
Yeah.
So I have a 50-50 chance here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Jim Baker's still on TV selling, like, scamming people and selling his bullshit. Like, it's bullcrap that he's allowed to do that.
I'm gonna say false.
You got it.
50,
all right,
50 chance.
Let's count these up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a majority. You got
Yeah.
most of the questions right.
Uh,
Here you
yeah.
are pretending not to know pro wrestling.
I know a little bit here and there. Some of it was guesswork, but I know a little bit here and there.
Well, that was a lot of fun. So update the people. What's going on with Gopher and Tuck
Really
this
quick, are we
week?
gonna do that with Ian next week? Because it is on the topic of wrestling, and we didn't do a I don't think we
Um,
did a game with him last year, but we did like with Abdul we did a wrestling game.
we might just go with his prediction game, and that being our thing.
Yeah. All right. Again today, as of this podcast going up, couple hours from now, Mink on Gopher and Tuck on Twitch playing WWE 2K22 with myself and Brandon. You know, looking forward to that. Get that guy back on, back on the deal. And after that, our next stream will probably be on. Well, it'll be on Tuesday. Me and Jeff will possibly be finishing Dark Souls 3. We'll either be finishing it in that stream or the following stream. Not sure. Although I do know Jeff will be taking a break. We'll be taking a break for Gopher and Juck after we finish Dark Souls 3 for a couple weeks, and then we'll come back and we'll be doing Demon Souls. But yeah, we might be finishing it this upcoming Tuesday. We might not sure. We're in the final DLC though. And then Thursday, Brandon and I will be on. Hopefully, we'll be able to stream Returnal co-op. Hopefully, we'll have his PlayStation 5 by then. As for YouTube, that is Twitch. Mondays, Pokemon Sun. Fridays, High on Life, despite the Justin Roiland situation. And Wednesdays, going forward for a little bit now, will be Little Nightmares. Hooray! That's all we got for me.
Kitty can marathon all that when he gets out, by the way.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't get Fire Emblem until the next podcast comes out. The schedule is just I'll play whenever I can on Twitch whenever I can. Just join one of the Discord servers for media updates and follow me on Twitter and I'll post there when I'm streaming.
Right.
And I think finally, as a really quick note to put you on the spot, since we're talking about doing wrestling games,
Okay.
we're doing a prediction league. Or I assume we're doing a prediction league that's starting up this month. Who do you think's gonna win the Royal Rumble? I'm going Cody Rhodes. That's my serious answer.
I was also thinking Cody. That's who I predicted in the prediction league. I went Cody as well. There's like I don't think The Rock's gonna win. Like it's a possibility. I do like Ian's idea, or I think it could happen that it's gonna be Roman headlining both nights of WrestleMania, where he beats Cody in the first night, and then The Rock comes out and challenges him. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but that does seem like something they would do. But I think Cody's gonna win.
I think if you do Rock versus Roman, I don't think you could do it like night one. You do a surprise challenge. I think that's something you gotta hype up.
Yeah. As for the women's rumble, that one I forgot who I chose for that one. I'm not.
It's gonna be Wildfire Tommy Rich.
Hold on, let me check. Can I check where the fuck did he put the thing? Oh, he didn't show it there. I don't remember who I chose for the women's. I know I was not very
I picked Santina Morella. That's gonna be Wildfire Tommy Rich.
I was not very enthusiastic about my choice. Like Cody Rhodes, I think there's a good chance is gonna win. I think with the women's one, I just sort of winged it and was like, I'm gonna go with that person. Maybe it was Bianca. I don't remember.
People, to see if we're right, to see if we're wrong, you gotta tune in next week to the podcast on YouTube, on Gopher and Tuck's channel, and on the Spotify On Top of the World.
One more Twitch thing that I forgot that I just want to bring up right now since it finally happened. Moose, as the Bit Boss, has finally been slaughtered.
Yes, the reign of terror is over.
Yes,
it's not my world anymore.
Nearly 3 months since the Halloween stream where you came in with the big HP. You were finally slain by Ian. Ian became the new Bit Boss, only to then be brutally murdered by Razor. Super quick, like in the same stream. And then, not long after that, Razor was brutally murdered by Goody Kyler. And then, the following stream, Goody Kyler was brutally murdered by some fucking guy. I don't. Jeff did like a random community sub, and I have no clue. Some dude named he has like Sauce in his name, and Jeff described him as looking like what he thinks Post Malone smells like. So that is our current pit boss with 1000 HP. So congratulations, Sauce Malone guy, whoever you are.
I love you, Sauce Malone. All right, well, to see if we're right about our Royal Rumble predictions, tune in next week to the show and have a good rest of your day.
Goodbye.